Kia ora, and welcome to the Refresh ShopCare Data Dashboard. We're excited to share the latest updates with you. Our goal is to make it easier for you to explore insights and use them to drive real impact in your workplace. What is new? We added two new pages, cost overview and sector reference. There's also two new categories, occupation and active claims. When you arrive at the dashboard, the claims overview page is the one we'll use as the starting point. It's also the one you'll arrive at. So on top, you'll find the 5 page tabs. Beneath them are the filters. So on top, we've got claims overview, cost overview, regions days last, sector reference, dashboard instructions, and of course the filters year, subsectors or sectors and subsectors, regions, on-site and on-road. Just as a quick note for on-site and on-road, on-site meaning all claims occurred on the workplace premises, and on-road meaning all claims occurred on a public road, so not parking area, on a public road. Causes, and of course the new one, occupation. The dashboard is interactive, so please, as you make any changes, for example, we'll select 2024 year, all the visuals update instantly. So irrespective if you choose anything, it automatically changes the rest of the visual. So please bear in mind when you're looking at that. Looking at the claims by year, the filters you see is new claims, so nothing new. If you hover over it, you'll get a bit more extra info on it. But on top, you'll see there's an extra filter. And if you click on the drop down there, you'll see there's active claims and weekly compensation claims. I'll select them all for this tutorial. What you will notice is the following. All three of them are showing now. But there's a quick definition. For new claims are all the calendar claims between January and December of the selected year. So for example, 2024, all claims related just to that year. Weekly compensation claims, those are claims that occur where a worker could not come back to work for 5+ consecutive working days. And then lastly, the new addition is active claims. These are claims that are still ongoing, claims that span over multiple calendar years. You'll also notice it's the biggest one by far. If this seems a bit overwhelming or some of the data doesn't look a bit unclear, on the top right corner, you'll see there's focus mode. Click on focus mode and it enlarges the chart for you to have a quick look and be able to view everything that you want to view. If you would like to go back, click on the top, back to the report link. And it brings you back straight here. Also on top, you'll see there is an up arrow, which is drill up, down arrow for drill down, and a double arrow pointing down. This is the lowest breakdown of the data that we have currently available. So for example, if I click on one, it will break down to the lowest form, and all the same will be for the data next to it. You can do the same with the other visuals as well. If you would like to go back, just drill back up. And if you would like to reset the entire page, just select the top right corner which says reset all filters, and it will take you back to here. Yet again, if you just want to go step by step from a drill down perspective, just use the drill down button. And for example, let's say 24, click on 24, and we'll drill down on 2024, and all the data visuals will change instantly. Going back up, same. So looking at occupations, for example, this is where the top level plant and machine operator. But if you want to go to the lowest form for all current years, not just 2024, if you select on that one, it will break down to the lowest form that we currently have. Just go back up and we'll go back to the start. And this will include all visuals from external agency, ethnicity, etc. Going to the next page is cost overview. So cost overview is exactly the same as the previous page, and the only focus is just on cost. So here, for example, you can see everything financially related to the impact of harm. Again, we can use the filters to add new claims, active claims, and weekly compensation claims. And I'll just close that just to get a better view and see which costs are the most expensive. So nothing that's any different from a previous change, except for this is a view purely, as I mentioned, on cost. Just want to reset quickly, going back to regions. If I go to the regions page, this is all data that's been broken up in active claims, but by region. So if you want to have a real look at what are all the claims and the costs associated with regions, this will be the best place to look at it. We've got a bit of a breakdown for occupations here, only the top number of occupations, as well as on the right-hand side, you'll find the four main sectors and a few and subsectors underneath them that is dedicated to what the active claims look like. Anything from total days work lost, as well as total active claims, average days off, as well as average cost per claim. And yet again, you can do that by a subsector as well. So for example, if I click on food and beverage and tobacco manufacturing, it will highlight that all data points will change to that one. That's very specific. Yet again, we can also uh, manipulate a bit further by selecting year, for example, and this will be only related to 2024 and so on and so on. And we can do it even further by selecting just on road, for example, and we'll see exactly what that looks like for on road within the food, beverage, and tobacco manufacturing for 2024, what the data looks like. Just resetting, moving over to sector reference. Now, when we moved over to this page, this gives you a bit of an overview of all the main sectors and subsectors that is included in the data that we currently have on display. So going from the top filters, you can see the main sectors are over here. Going to the next one, all the subsectors with their codes, ANZAC codes. Just note that we are using the ACC ANZAC code, so we're not creating our own, and we're just trying to keep it as status quo as much as possible. So doing a quick example, if we select transport, and we would like to, for example, say water transport to get a bit more feel of maritime, and there you'll get everything that's under maritime transport for water transport. Just bear in mind that this might not be everything for water transport, because if you include, for example, services to transport, suddenly you'll see there's a couple of extras in there, like things like stevedoring, as well as freight forwarders for maritime, port operators, etc. So you do need to play around with it a little bit to get a better feel of it. And that's just unfortunately how the ANZAC codes have been set up and the easiest way to display them. As a quick note on this page, all the filters are independent. They won't affect the other dashboard pages. So irrespective of your manipulation on this page, it will not impact the rest of the pages. And lastly, on the last page, you've got dashboard instructions. This will give you a basic overview of what and how to use the dashboard, from drill down to focus mode, tooltips, checking filters, and resetting, for example. That in a nutshell is our updated refresh of our data dashboard. I thank you for exploring the Refresh ShopCare data dashboard with me today. We'd love for your feedback on how we can make it even better and how you are using it to improve your workplace outcomes. Thank you very much.